This podcast is sponsored by Scout and Cellar. Clean, crafted wine delivered to your door. Must be 21 years of age or older and only delivered in the U.S. Hello and good morning. Welcome to Life Coaching Comedians, and I am your transformational life coach, Alexis Charday. And it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. I was supposed to have a new client joining me today, but apparently, she has cold feet or does not care about her mental health. And that's okay. So I figured I would take this time today to speak with you, whether you too are a comedian or maybe you're just a regular person and you're struggling with getting to the next level in life. And it's challenging for me. It's challenging for me as a seasoned comedian, a life coach, just a badass woman that has her shit together and has all these wonderful things to offer to other people. And, wanting to pay it forward and help my fellow comedians, it could be frustrating. I could easily decide to get frustrated when a guest, a comic decides not to show up or not stick to their word and be here. But we're going to focus on what we're grateful for. I think the lesson today, the message today is gratitude as gratitude. So today I've been doing this daily gratitude practice for over a year now, and it's changed my life. It's changed my life when you express gratitude to the things that you love in your life, the things that you love to happen in your life, you get more of it. You get more of it. So instead of focusing on comedians who waste my time and don't show up to appointments on live shows and ruin a production, I am grateful for those that do show up. I'm grateful that I am smart enough and great enough and good enough and intelligent enough to run a show all by myself. I'm grateful for that because I'm just so amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh my cousin, you've changed my life. Thank you. You've changed my life. You have no idea. You have no idea. Self gratitude. Let's talk about gratitude today. I have this journal. It's really cute. It says gratitude on it with some hearts, and you open it up, and it's just a simple journal, and it has a date, and it says today I am grateful for. And so I've been working on every day writing at least 10 things that I am grateful for. And what's so cool is whatever you believe in, whether it's God, higher source, the universe, um, whatever, aliens in the sky or a wizard in the sky, gratitude is the life hack. It's thank you. It's the magic word. Everyone says, "What's the magic word?" And people say abracadabra. It's not abracadabra. That's silly. It's thank you. It's thank you. And when you say, I am thankful for, like, for example, I said for like 10 years that I'm grateful for a big, sexy man who's well endowed in my life, even though I did not have one. And then one day he just appeared out of nowhere. And, I was grateful for that one night together. And, maybe I'll get more nights together with another well-endowed, handsome young man. But the fact is that I expressed gratitude, and that's why I was able to experience it and attract it into my life, you know? So that's a good example. Another good example is, paid comedy gigs, like I don't perform as much as I used to in my older days, but you get a paid gig and sometimes it's unexpected or whatever. And I go home that night and I write in my journal, I'm grateful for another paid comedy gig. And then I went and I hosted this open mic and just did it because I love it and I'm passionate about it. And next thing I know, the show is over and the club owner hands me some money and says, "Thank you for your time." I was not expecting that. It just came into my life, you know? Yeah, that's a really good example too. Another great example is, I was talking about my bucket list, things that I've been wanting to do in my life. Like one of the things I've never done that I've wanted to do is like ride a hot air balloon ride, go like paragliding, things like that. And I was expressing gratitude to be able to do like new exciting adventures with my friends, my family, all these kinds of stuff. And of course, I have my bucket list written out in one of my journals. And then I went to Sedona not too long ago with a couple of a girlfriend of mine and our little ones, and I got a free helicopter ride. A free helicopter ride. I mean, free, like, yeah. So that's a good example too. Hi, D. Jordan. How are you doing today? Is your heart filled with gratitude? Nathan, hello. Nathan says gratitude is extremely important. I keep a beautiful reminder of gratitude on my wrist as a bracelet from Gratitude Gifted. That's awesome, Nathan. Shameless plug, Gratitude Gifted. I'm gonna have to check them out. But yes, gratitude's important. There was a time in my life as a young thought that I didn't express gratitude. I didn't say thank you enough. People would do things for me. um, I've had a lot of amazing people in my life as a single mother. There was times where it was hard for me to buy groceries. There was times where it was hard for me to pay my bills, and there were some people that cared and stepped up for me. And it was hard for me to say thank you because your pride gets in the way, your ego gets in the way. And I think that's why I love comedy so much because it's a way for us to really just look at that ego and say, you know what? This is silly. Then what was I thinking when I slashed that guy's tires? Like cute douchebag in the side of his paint on his brand new truck. That was so silly of me. Why did I do that? I was just I don't know. Maybe it was the Italian side, the blood boiling. I don't know. But we look at some of the things that we do and just say, that's silly. That's so silly. But our pride and our ego gets in the way. We become these victims to our reality. Where if you really want to get deep, I mean, you can always do mushrooms, psychedelics, or something like that. But if you really want to get deep in the time right now, we chose to be here. We had a conversation with our creator before we came here, and we said, these are the cards we're going to deal ourselves, and these are the challenges we're going to face so we can learn these lessons, right? And so you are exactly where you agreed to be. I mean, like if you were born with like one arm, like you agreed to do that. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna do this life with one arm and see how it happens. And then you're living life mad that you only have one arm when it was your idea to begin with. I know that might be a hard concept for some of you to grasp, but consider just pondering that, like we can never I'm losing my train of thought. We can never, just be upset or be a victim about life and how it's thrown at us because we're going to be able to handle everything. So back to my back to my tangent about well, that was a tangent. Back to what I was saying about expressing gratitude. It was hard for me to express gratitude because my pride and ego got in the way. I felt like I was entitled or that people should help because of my circumstances. And part of that has to do with the society, like society judging and then us judging ourselves. And a lot of the things that we think people think about us are really just things that we think about ourselves. So take a moment to say thank you today, whether it's someone that did something for you, someone that took time out of their day to speak with you, someone that was emotionally supportive for you, anything, or just thank yourself. My motto in life is do something that your future self will thank you for. So, for example, it could be something as simple as laying out your clothes the next morning so you don't have to, hurry up and figure out what you're going to wear. Not only is that doing something that your future self will thank you for, that's just good time management. Yeah, like being organized. Or like there's this one time that I had a crazy little girls' night and I had, a little bit too much wine. I was gonna self-indulge and overindulge in some wine. So I decided, you know what? Before I even start doing this, I'm gonna put a big glass of water next to my bed. I'm gonna carry a big glass of water with me all evening. I'm gonna make sure I have if I have 8 ounces of wine, I'm going to have 16 ounces of water before I have my next glass of wine. And you know what? My future self thanked me for that because I did not have a hangover the next day. I was bright eyed, bushy tailed. Those are just really minor things, minor things. Um, so, yes, those of you that are watching right now, what are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? It could be something super simple. And I think what's most important about expressing gratitude is even those days when you are just you're in a rut, you're in a rut and you're angry and someone pissed you off and your whole world's turned upside down and you're engulfed in your emotions, and we don't want to be like that, but it's okay if you do get like that. It's okay. Our emotions are supposed to teach us things. They're there for a reason. It's okay to be with your emotions. We just don't necessarily want to project them onto other people, especially people that are around us. We want to sit in our emotions and just oh, I'm embracing all this anger. I'm embracing all this frustration and like sit with it. Sit with the emotion and let it go. Let it go when you feel it's no longer serving you. And even in those moments, being grateful for being able to feel that emotion, you know? There are so many people out there that self-medicate in lots of different ways, whether it be through substances or food or porn or unhealthy relationships. We do things to cope, to get things off our mind, to try to not feel the emotion, but really we can sit with it. And if you just sit with it for one day, maybe you won't self medicate for a week or 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. D. Jordan says, I'm grateful for all the F words: food, family, and farts. Oh my God, Jordan. D. Jordan. Yes, I am grateful for all of those things as well. And you know what? Without food, there are no farts. So I'm even more grateful for food. And I am grateful for family. As one of my family members is watching right now. That's such great. Thank you for sharing, Jordan. D. Jordan. Um, but yes, in those moments of just like unsure, unraveling, when you feel like your life is crashing down, finding simple things in life to be grateful for, like having a bed to sleep in, or a phone to call someone on, or money. Money is a big one. Money is a big one. Money is something that I've been focusing on for a while now, you know. I think people have an interesting relationship with money. There's a comedian, a seasoned comedian, very, very amazing gentleman, Bob Wheeler, that I've had the pleasure of speaking with, and he has an amazing podcast about money and about your relationship with money. And if you are someone that struggles with your relationship with money, you feel like there's never enough of it, I would highly recommend checking out Mr. Bob Wheeler. But I would also highly recommend expressing gratitude to money every time. Every time you get money or give money, being grateful that you have it to give, because everything is energy. Everything is energy. So if you are someone that is struggling with money, I challenge you today to pull out all the money in your wallet, in your pocket, in your piggy bank. Just hold it and say, "Oh, money, I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful that because you are in my life right now, I can do all these things." This is such a great book, you guys. This is such a great book. Jen Sincero, you are a badass at making money. This is a great book. She has another book called You Are a Badass. She has a whole series of You Are a Badass, and this will help you build your relationship with money. And money comes and goes. So does people. So do people, but aren't we grateful for all the amazing relationships that we've had with people, even if they aren't in our life anymore? Don't we cherish those memories? Well, I cherish all the things that money has allowed me to do. I cherish all the experiences that money has allowed me to do as well. And sometimes you can have experiences without even needing money. So, it's not the say all be all money. There's lots of things you can do with or without money, but being grateful for it when it's in your life, well, guess what? You're gonna get more of it, because God is up there, or whatever you believe, the magic wizard is up there saying, "Oh, oh, oh, yeah, John Fletcher likes money. He says he's grateful for money and he's being here. Well, I'm gonna give him more money and he's gonna be here all the time." Hi, John. So good to see you, dear. John Fletcher, he is an amazing comedian, amazing audio engineer, the House of Comedy, and he has allowed us and given us space, the life coaching comedians crew, to have group therapy. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, I feel like I have talked enough. I appreciate you for listening and letting me be a messenger for you. And we go through experiences in life to learn lessons. And when we learn those lessons, it's up to us to pay it forward and help someone else that has gone through the same challenge as me. Because everyone that you meet in life, they may be a few steps ahead of you, they may be a few steps behind you, they may be right at the same level that you are. But amazing quote. I forgot who said it. Everyone is not your, no one is your friend. No one is your enemy. Everyone is your teacher. So even that asshole that cuts you off on the freeway today, you know, he's not your enemy. He's your teacher. He's teaching you to be a little bit more observant on the road. Be more present while you're on the road, because driving is a big responsibility. So don't be mad. Don't give him the bird. Or do give him the bird and whatever, you know? Bob Proctor, amazing, amazing old white guy, very philosophical, very wise. He was talking about gratitude the other day, and he said it in such a great way. Imagine that You're watching a bunch of kids. Maybe you don't like kids. A lot of people don't like kids. Maybe you're with a bunch of kids doing a daycare, you're watching your family's kids or whatever, and you're baking cookies. You're baking cookies. And some of the kids are, outside playing and whatever. You're baking cookies for the kids. You're doing something nice for them. And there's one kid that's just so sweet and asks for help and says, "Can I," or asks to help. "Can I help you bake the cookies? Can I help make the flowers? Can I help crack the eggs?" And they just want to help and help you be a part of the process, right? That kid is expressing gratitude through his actions for what you're doing for him and making cookies. And so that kid gets all the extra benefits. You're going to offer the little beating batter thing to the kid and say, "Hey, you want to lick the spoon?" Or you're going to give them an extra cookie because they helped out when all the other kids are outside playing, minding their business in their own self-centered world because they're kids, and they come and they eat all the cookies and leave crumbs everywhere and run back out the door and start playing again. But this one little kid helps clean up. He helped you do everything. So he gets all the extra cookies. He gets all the benefit, right? So help your baker, acknowledge your baker, you know? Yeah. That's all I have for today, I think. Thank you. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for all of you listening and supporting and being open-minded and willing to work on yourselves. It's important. It's important to work on yourselves. And I'll be back next week. I'm thinking about, maybe doing more of this, just hopping on and speaking my mind and experiences because there's a lot you can learn from me. There's a lot you can learn from me. But anyway, namaste. Don't forget to do your daily breathing work, your affirmations, and most importantly, your gratitude journal, expressing gratitude. And if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. Hit the bell and be enlightened today. Alrighty. Thank you so much. This is Life Coaching Comedians and namaste.